Today we're going to talk about the difference between a wrist strap and a handheld release. A lot of bow hunters prefer a wrist strap, which allows you to shoot the arrow with your index finger. That gives you easy access to the trigger. That can be a positive. A negative thing about a wrist strap is that it gives you easy access to the trigger. Easy access to the trigger is not always what you need, because you need to take your time. Not punching the release, drawing the bow back, settling in, aim small, miss small, squeeze your shot. One of the cons to a handheld release is it's always new to most bow hunters. But there again, a positive to a handheld release is it's going to make you think more about your shot. And in the end, what we want you to do is think more about your shot. The animal deserves a good, clean shot. Aim small, miss small.
I think that overall, getting a kid out into the outdoors earlier in his life is more beneficial in a lot of different ways. One is, it teaches them patience. Patience is something that seems like in today's society is just going away. Everyone wants instant gratification. They expect it. And with hunting, you kind of got to put the work in to really reap the benefits. Hunting, for me at least, is something that kept me out of trouble going through high school. I had to get up early to hunt, so I didn't go out at night, things like that. In today's society, with so many distractions and so many things that can lead kids in negative ways, hunting is something that really makes them put their time into, makes them put their effort into, and is a positive thing for them.
Me and my dad get ready for deer season. We go out to my grandpa's and we shoot our rifles, make sure they're all sighted in. We set out trail cams, and me and my dad sit in the truck with his laptop and we look through the cameras and see which buck is on each farm, and then we hunt that farm.
So with Hagen, I really tried to, the first year was really rough for me going through it, because I was so intense and so passionate about hunting that I would come across to him and try to force it to him. And really, as it went on and as his years added up, I kind of learned and kind of grew with him just like he did. To the point now to where I always tell him, you may not hunt your whole life, but you're at least going to know how to if it's up to me. So at the point he gets old enough that he can decide whether he wants to hunt or not, that's up to him. But I'm at least going to give him that value and give him as many lessons and as many things as I've had to take on with it. So if he does choose to go that route, he's got a pretty good base to stand on and get started.
Full Draw Adventures is brought to you by Ozonics, undetectable, undeniable. E-Ninja Bikes. Excel Sights and Scopes. Black Eagle Arrows, superior carbon technology. True Ball Archery. West Houston Archery. Shrewd Archery, Last Chance Archery, Matthews.
Introducing E-Ninja off-road bikes. Powerful, rechargeable, and affordable, E-Ninja bikes are designed with the outdoorsman in mind. With a 48-volt high-torque motor and 21-gear Shimano transmission, E-Ninja bikes can go almost anywhere. Be the ninja with E-Ninja bikes.
Full Draw Adventures is brought to you by Burris Eliminator 3. Find what matters. Antler King's Sweet Apple Intensity and Attract and Fuel. Bigger bucks, healthier deer. Hunter's Cloak Rut Rouser. Drive 'em buck wild.
Alright guys, well, we slid into this farm where it's about noon now, and there's just kind of an overcast, cold day, but Hagen's been hunting his butt off. We hunted 2 days of youth season, and then we had yesterday that we hunted, and had a lot of bucks in sight. We just haven't got one killed yet, so hopefully today's the day. I set this, actually we're sitting right underneath my tree that I bow hunted Friday. We saw a ton of deer then, so I know there's a couple of 8-pointers in here that Hagster could shoot, so.
Regular season rolls around. A lot of guys, you know, they kind of take their kids out on youth season, then they hunt for themselves during regular, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. For me, Hagen's deer is the most important deer of the year for me. I try to set my season up to where I'm gone traveling. I try to get one knocked down before that, and then I try to spend all the youth, and then I plan my entire rifle season to hunt with Hagen. It's probably the most stressful deer a year to kill, but I love doing it and try to teach it. I know he's going to take a lot more away from killing the deer than any rifle deer I would kill. So this specific farm, I had hunted the day before rifle season and had an encounter with a great deer that was in there, an 8-pointer that was in there running does, and it's just a big hill that overlooks a valley that's full of bedding areas. We went in and hinge cut a couple different bedding areas down there, and it's just a highway during the rut. And we literally set up right underneath where my tree stand was, where I had encounters with deer, you know, a couple days before.
We were in this farm hunting this big 8 that I wanted to kill so bad. And I spot this deer coming down the hill, and I thought it was a doe. And then my dad looked through the binoculars and he said, "That's not a doe." And we got our gun ready and stuff, and it started moving over or away from us, and then it just randomly made a U-turn and faced us.
Just take your time. Make sure you got a clear shot. He's gonna work right. Just wait. Tell me when you're ready and I'll stop. Or shoot him there if you can. Shoot him if you can. Shoot him if you can. Shoot him if you can. Yeah. Did you cock your hammer? Shoot him right in the middle of the chest of his face. How long have you been hunting?
We've been hunting for 1.5 days straight.
But then we hunted youth season too.
Yeah, we hunted youth season, didn't get anything killed. Hunted yesterday, didn't get anything killed. And hopefully we got something today. Of all the hunts, this is one of my favorites because that buck was so close and it was facing us, and I got to do a lot of stuff that my dad didn't have to do, like cock my hammer back and shoot it on my own. This is my biggest buck I've ever shot, and yeah, I like it.
Hard work, huh?
Yeah.
Did you hunt your butt off this year?
Yep.
You said all day, how many days in a row?
3 days. We hunted all through the youth, didn't kill anything. Hunted yesterday, didn't kill anything, and today, finally killed something.
As far as activities that you can get your kids involved in, I can't think of many that are better than activities that revolve around the outdoors, like hunting and fishing, hiking, camping, and things like that. With hunting in particular, there are so many things that I learned growing up and that now my kids are learning because of hunting. So many virtues that seem to be kind of slipping in today's society. Things about patience, learning to respect nature and to respect, things that are greater than you. To me, it is obvious that it is natural for a kid to want to be outdoors. If you give a kid a piece of paper and a handful of crayons, they're not going to draw a picture of a TV, they're not going to draw a picture of a computer screen. What are they drawing pictures of? They're going to draw rainbows, they're going to draw hills, they're going to draw trees. So the outdoors and nature are something that kids naturally want. And I know that for my kids, taking them hunting and taking them outdoors gives them an outlet for the things that just by nature they crave.
What do you think?
Awesome.
You have fun this evening?
Yeah.
For the past few years, we've had a good amount of success in our house as far as taking the kids out during the youth season. And whenever we go out, there are no guidelines as far as what you can or can't shoot. The only rule is if you want to shoot it, and if it's a clean and ethical shot, then you are free to squeeze the trigger.
His spikes.
Yeah. One's longer than the other.
Yeah, man, that one is really long, isn't it?
Yeah.
There are a lot of things I like about hunting. One of them is I like to observe nature, and I also like the challenge. I like trying to figure out the deer. That's just something I really like.
During the youth season, we really didn't have a whole lot of success. So I told Alosha that whenever the regular season rolled around, I would be happy to take him back out. We ended up moving to a different farm and found two scrape lines that were running perpendicular to each other. So what we decided to do was set up a ground blind where the two scrape lines intersected. Figure that's where a lot of activity was bound to happen. And on the second weekend of season, got out there relatively early, got set up. It was hot. I honestly didn't think that we were going to see anything. But he wanted to be out there, I wanted to be out there, and we just decided that we were going to see what would happen.
Your odor is betraying you. It's ruining your hunt, pressuring your property, and killing your opportunities. This year, let nothing stand between you and your best season ever. Deploy a steady stream of odor-destroying molecules every second of every hour of every hunt with Ozonics. Available only at OzonicsHunting.com.
It's the second deer use season, and we've been getting really good pictures on this spot. And Papa killed a deer on the first season of rifle, first day of rifle season, and now we're out here trying to get me one. Okay? Again. What's so funny? Okay, let me see. We got set up in a ground blind that we made before we started hunting, and we were getting ready, setting up the camera, and getting the gun sighted in, or getting it ready. And we've been waiting a while and listening a while. We haven't heard anything, and then all of a sudden I heard something behind us, and I thought it was some squirrel, but I took a look at it anyway. And it turns out it was actually a pretty big buck.
So when this buck stepped out, I immediately recognized him. He had G2s on both sides that stuck straight back, made him a very easily identifiable deer. And whenever he stepped out, he was at about 30 yards. I could have shot him with my bow. It's a little bit difficult to kind of be the guide and the cameraman and have this deer so close, knowing that you could kill him easily. But I had to just be patient and trust that all the work that Alosha and I had done was going to pay off, and that if it was meant to happen, then it was going to happen.
Alosha?
Huh. I think I dropped him.
That deer's dead. You dropped him in the
Yes! Oh my gosh!
That deer is a stud.
Did you see how big he was?
That deer is a stud.
Oh gosh, this thing didn't even kick hard off. Oh my gosh. Thing came right behind him.
Alosha, that deer's amazing. That deer is amazing.
Yes!
I cannot believe.
We gotta go check him out.
Here, now get down behind you and let's take a look at that rack.
Oh, goodness.
That is a heck of a deer.
11 points! Yes! This is heck of a good deer for a second deer.
Yeah, I would say that it is.
Man, look at that.
Oh, you kid.
Well, 11 point, oh my God. Yeah, sure enough.
Look, he's got split G3s on his left side.
Yeah, right here.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Right there.
Yeah. You put a perfect shot on him.
Dang.
Perfect shot.
Oh.
Hey, I'm proud of you, son.
Thanks.
You did a real good job. Hey, we make a pretty good team, don't we?
Yeah.
It's no secret that that kids that are growing up in today's society have a lot of challenges that are facing them. And I can't think of any better way to help these kids meet the challenges before them and to learn lifelong lessons and to grow as young men and young women than to invest in them by taking them outdoors, taking them hunting, taking them fishing, and doing our part to pass along this great tradition to the next generation.